Hey guys, just before the video starts, I know you guys are keen to watch the 1 hour episode or the above 1 hour episode, but I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. I'm sorry I've been a little bit distant recently. It's due to things in real life that have happened which have caused me to not make videos. I've been able to play Runescape, but I haven't been able to release much content because I've been using my laptop due to certain things in my life. My close friends know the real reason why. So do a few guys that I recently met as well. I told them. So yeah, guys, it is going to be something that's going to persist throughout my whole life, possibly. I just want to thank you guys for sticking by me, staying patient, and hopefully it does get fixed. But we never know. In this strange world we do live in. Anyway guys, for now I am back home, I am doing well, so yeah guys, without further ado, without me boring you too much, enjoy the rest of the video, and once again guys, thank you for sticking by me and being patient. It really does mean a lot. Anyway guys, take care and enjoy the 1 hour special. Peace. So guys, what is up? Welcome to episode 14, and we are starting briskly with a hard clue scroll reward. We got ourselves a Guthix kite shield, total value 176k, which isn't too bad. Let us just go back to Morvaran and we'll grab our next task. So here we go then guys, let us grab our next task and move swiftly on with this episode. Let's see what we get. Special assignment, no thank you Morvaran, let's try again. 265 greater demons. I might do this rush of blood D&D, see if we can get some tokens, Slayer VIP tickets and whatnot, or whatever they're called, and then head off to Zami. But for now guys, I shall be back with either a loot or when I complete the task. So the shield curse has begun. Anyway guys, I'll be back with either another drop or when the arena expires. There we are then, that is the arena expired. Price checking the loot really quickly. Got ourselves a clue scroll as well, so just adding in the wines of Zami, the herbs and the seeds and stuff like that. And of course the shield just short of 1.2 mil. Anyway guys, I'll be back with the next arena and we shall see if we get anything. So here we go then guys, got the casket. This is the clue scroll from that 1 hour at Zami. Gonna go back there after we do this clue and we get 74k meerkat scroll pouches. We're going to re-roll this one, luckily we have one, and we upgrade it to 174k, so yeah, pretty shit clue, but anyway, back to Zami. Hey, that's quite a unique drop there guys. We've got an effigy and an elite clue, so that is pretty nice. So yep, an effigy to start off the drops again at Zami, so yeah, we'll see you next time. So then, a few kills later, we get our second effigy of this trip. So yeah, it's going pretty well so far. I'll see you in a bit. So there we go guys, that is the Zami task done. Just going to head back to the max guild real quick and we are going to price check what we did get. As you can see, we got 2 effigies, a Godsword Shard 1. No main Zami items though, which is a bit unfortunate, but hey, I'll take the free XP from the effigies. So if we just open up the price checker and start price checking the loot here. So we got 150 rune arrows as well, that was from the Ring of Well. Godsword Shard as well, like I did say, 1.4 mil coming in total. We've got an elite and 2 effigies, which is pretty nice. We also got a ward on the first trip, which wasn't too great, but still it's an item. And that is task number 2190, which is even better. So guys, I'm going to head back to Morvaran now, and we're going to do our daily Abyssal Demon task. So here we go then, just going to grab my Abbey Demon task of the day. So yep, assign me this creature, 186, that's not too many, which will be a fairly quick task, around 20 minutes, but first I'm going to do this elite clue, so I'll be back with the reward. Here we go then guys, I got the casket from this elite, let's see what we get. And what even, there we go, we got 203k from that elite, which isn't too bad, but it's not too good. We got some bandit camp teleports, which is awesome. I'll stock up on them for future hard and elite clue scrolls. We got D med and a U seed and a papaya seed. Anyway guys, back to doing this Abbey Demon task. There we are then, that is Abbey Demon is done. Really fast task, like 20-25 minutes. We've got ourselves a whip, so just popping it all into the price check. Also a D helm, tooth and loop half as well, which is always good. And yeah, just the usual drops really. Anyway guys, I'm going to do the clue scroll, but first I'm going to hand in my Slayer contract. Right then, just going to grab our next task before the clue scroll, and we get Edimmus, so that is definitely going to be extended, just for that extra chance of getting the Blood Necklace Shard. But first guys, I'm going to quickly do this clue scroll. Here is the reward then, let's see what we get from this hard clue, and yeah, a Guthix plate body and a Rune H shield, that isn't too bad. Anyway guys, I'm going to crack on with Edimmus. There we are then, Edimmu's finished off. We didn't get any blood necklace shards unfortunately, but we did get ourselves an elite clue, which is always good. So if I just head out of here really quickly, and yeah, well, try to head out of here, we shall price check the loot. It's usually a very good task. You make over like 2 mil anyway on just random loot anyway, so yeah, it's always good. So just opening up the price checker and adding in all the herbs and all the logs and stuff, and we shall see how much it comes to. So yeah, just over 1.3 mil, that by the looks of it. Also got the elite, which I'm going to do right now. So we're just getting our next task, 124 steel dragons, but first guys, I'm going to do the elite. Here we are then, here is the reward from the elite clue scroll, 140k, no rerolls available, but I'll be back when I'm done with this steel dragon task. There we are, steel dragon's done, got ourselves a hard clue scroll, no point really price checking the loot because we didn't get that much, only the rune javelins and a couple of rune bars and stuff. So just going back to Morvran now, we're going to get ourselves our next assignment, let's see if it's something decent. Oh, we do price check the loot. So we've got 2 loot paths, 7 rune limbs, and a few rune javelins, a rune bar, and yeah, a clue scroll. Hard clue scroll as well, so 167k I think that is there. So let's grab our next task, that being some great demons. So guys, we're going to head off to Zami, but first we are going to get ourselves the hard clue scroll done, get the reward for that, and I'll be back with it. So there we go, that is the reward from the hard clue. Got ourselves some puzzle skipping tickets, which brought the value up there. But anyway guys, off to Zami. So yet again guys, we start off this Zami drop trip with another effigy. So that is 3 effigies now before our actual Zami item. So it's pretty cool, 3 XP, so let's see if we do end up getting an item. Hey, so that's a rare drop that we haven't really seen in a while, a Zami spear from the boss, which is also very nice. So that's a good, what, 1.4 mil, almost 1.5 mil, I'm not going to complain, that's a decent drop. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. So guys, that is the arena expired. We've got the loot in the inventory like per usual. We're going to do a quick price check here. We've got an effigy, a Zami spear, a shard 3, sorry. Got a hard clue scroll as well, a couple of Ring of Wealth items like the rune arrows and such. But we've got a lot of lantern dimes, seeds and herbs, which is great. 150 wine of Zamorak, which is awesome. Comes to 3.1 mil in total from that arena. Also the effigy like I said, and let's see how many we do have left. 64 left. I'm thinking about coming back here just to finish it off. I probably will do that, but first I'm going to do this hard clue. So yeah, wish me luck. So here we go then guys, we got the loot there, 116k, not a great one. We got some meerkat pouches, which I'm going to actually re-roll it. So it was 220k, we got ourselves an Armadill page 4, that's very nice. Anyway guys, I'm going to finish off this great demon task now. Wish me luck. So there we go guys, that is the great demon task done. What I'm going to do now is quickly head to the max guild before picking up these coins really quickly. So off to the max guild we go. We're going to price check what I have in my inventory. Only had like 63 left to kill, so it was a really short trip. So we are going to price check the loot. So we've got wine of Zami, not many items here, but still, you know, all worth picking up. We got another shard 3 as well, comes to 384k. We also got an elite clue, which is cool. But now guys, I'm going to head to Morvran. We're going to grab a daily Abyssal demon task, so I'll see you when I complete that task. But first we're going to do the elite, so I shall see you with the reward. So here we go guys, I've got the elite casket in a very weird location, haven't had this clue before. So we are going to activate the not skipping ticket on the casket and let's see what we get. So open puzzle, and 148k, we got some Lumberyard teleports, but I am tempted to re-roll it. Yep, let's go for it guys. Here we go then. 806k for the reroll. We got an Armadill body and a Saurodome bow. That is a pretty nice reward, to be honest with you. So there we go guys, that is the Abyssal demon task done. Very easy task, about 25 minutes in total to complete it, which is really very good. Good XP, good GP. Overall it's a very nice task to do, it's nice and quick, so yeah, it's nothing better than that really. Just adding in the loot from the task, 270k made, along with obviously the spring cleaner, crushing down the rune items and converting them to the bank. If I inspect the gem bag as well, we got 16 rubies, 5 diamonds and 2 dragonstones. Also we hard clue scroll. So now guys, I'm going to hand in my Slayer contract, grab a new task and do this clue scroll. So I'll be back with all them. So here we go then guys, back at good old Morvran. Let's see what this chap's going to give us. And another special assignment. God, I wish you could just permanently block that altogether. Would be nice, but 270 Calphites, definitely not. We don't have a team to go and really can't be bothered with that sort of task. Try again. 224 grey demons, not too bad. Back off to Zami. Come on then guys, we got a decent reward from that last elite, so we're going to give it a little twirl like usual on these hard clues, open up the casket, and 67k. I think I might stop doing the twirl, to be honest with you, because that was an absolutely shocking reward.
Hey, another Zami spear, so the Zami drops are real. Yes lads, another effigy, can't complain about that, it's free XP. Anyway guys, I'll be back with another loot or when the arena's expired. Here we are then, the arena has expired, so we're just going to press check the loot. Got ourselves 2 shards and also 2 drops of being a Zami spear and an effigy, which is awesome. Got ourselves a clue scroll as well, which we're going to do at the end of the task. So 2.5 mil, can't complain. Anyway, I'll be back with another loot from the next arena or when the task is done. Hey, so looky there, look at that little orange thing on the floor, didn't even get a beam for it. Got a Zami hilt, which is awesome. I think I've got like 6 now, which is pretty good, 6 or 7 I think. So yeah. So there we go guys, that is the task complete. So the only items that we did get was a Zami hilt. We also got a Dagannoth spear as well. So yeah, just going to teleport back to the max guild. We're going to price check the loot quickly. So let's have a look how much we did make on that last final little trip. We got ourselves another shard, a Zami spear, also the rune ore, the wine of Zamis, the infernal ashes, and the lantern seeds, and then finally the hilt, coming to just under 1.2 mil. Anyway, I'll be back at Morvan with our next task. Right then, let's see what Morvan's going to give us for our next task. And it is error, so that is sweet, but beforehand I'll be back with the loot from the clue scroll. Here we are then, and let us see what we're going to get. And 125k worth, a band boss page 3, can't complain. Anyway guys, I'll be back when I'm finished off with errors.
So guys, error task done. Use the Steel Titan method this time. We're going to head back to Morvan. We're going to obviously price check the loot and stuff. And I'm actually going to crack on with the daily Abyssal Demon task next. So yeah, but first we're actually going to price check the loot here really quickly. Steel Titan method was very nice, done it in around 35 minutes, which is good basically. Probably need to take a few more restores than my last task, because I did seem to run out of them pretty quickly, and less food. But overall we made 2.4 mil, almost 2.5 mil, which is awesome. So yeah guys, I'll be back when I've done this Abyssal Demon task. And there we go, that is the Abyssal Demon task done. We ended up getting a Abyssal head. Now to me that just does not look like a Abyssal head compared to what they used to look like back before they got graphically reworked, but you know, that is Jagex for you. They do updates and they don't look like what they should do. I mean, to me that doesn't look like an Abyssal head, but it doesn't look like a head in general, but there we go. We've got ourselves a hard clue scroll and a dragon dagger as always. 148k out of the items in the inventory. If we inspect the gem bag as well, we got 16 rubies, 7 diamonds and 5 dragonstones. Anyway guys, I'm going to hand in my Slayer contract now, go back to Morvan, grab our next task and then do this clue scroll. Here we go then, what is this guy going to give us as our next task? Edimmus would be quite nice. 234 Dagannoths. As I said in my previous video, I will be doing DKs for this one. I promised you that I would be doing DKs. So yeah, off to DKs. So there we go guys, that is the clue scroll from the Abyssal Demon. 40 hard treasure trials completed. Now we're going to re-roll this one though. And we re-roll it to 132k. We got some rune plate skirt. We've got a rune plate skirt G. It's not too bad. I've got the plate body in the bank as well. So yeah guys, off to DKs now. Wish me luck. Right then guys, Dagenoth Kings have been done. Now it was another great trip, as you can see in the inventory. We got 7 items in total. We got a couple of dragon daggers which I did bank as well. Let me just head to the max guild real quick so we can get away from here and price check the loot and talk about this task. So we got a shield left half, which is very rare. I think that's my first or second one. Can't really remember in total from doing DKs for Slayer tasks. So we got 7 items this trip along with an elite clue, but let's get straight into the price check. Start off with the main items, so 2 hatchets, 5 rings. We complete the Lord of the Rings within 62 kills of Dagenoth Kings, which was awesome. Lord of the Rings, guys, if you don't know what that is basically getting all the ring drops within one trip or one task, whatever you want to call it. So adding in the talismans here, we got 2 mil in water talismans, just over 1 mil in earth talismans. Then finally the hides and the bones, coming to 9.9 mil, so almost 10 mil from that trip. We did obviously bank a couple of skeletal bottoms, tops, rock shell, plate and legs. So overall guys, this trip would probably have been just over 10 mil, which is awesome. Now I want to mention something with the addition of using blood necklaces. Now one is very is much advised to use one at DKs due to the fact that if we have a look in my yak, now I haven't rebanked for this task or anything, this has been done all in one trip, so look at that, I've only taken 4 items out of my yak, and then 4 items were super restore flasks because I was running low on prayer at some stages, but you know, due to the fact of blood necklaces being so brilliant at these sort of tasks, I haven't really needed to eat any food at all. Obviously the odd shark drop that I've picked up I've obviously used instead of using my food from my yak, but look at that guys, just goes to show how much more of an advantage and how long you can last a lot longer at like bosses and especially Dagenoth Kings anyway. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head back to Morvaran and get our next task and then do this elite clue, so I'll be back with our next task. Right then guys, here we go, let's see what we're going to get from Morvaran. 193 neck reel. I'm actually going to skip that task, don't really enjoy neck reel anymore, so let's try again. 223 Dagannoth. Now I'm not really going to go back to DKs just yet because it's sort of like a back-to-back task, so I'm going to quickly cannon this one, but first I'm going to do this elite, so I'll be back with the reward. Here we go guys, got the elite casket in the inventory, let's see what we get. 489k, we got an Adamant full helm, an Armadill full helm, sorry, which is still pretty good, so I'm pretty pleased with that reward. Anyway guys, back to doing this Dagannoth task. There we go guys, Dagannoth quickly done at Warbirth Island. That was task number 2200 in a row, so we obviously got maximum 300 points from that task. Awesome, we are flying through these tasks at the moment, which is great, so let's go back to Morvaran. Here we are, let's grab our next assignment. Aviansies, amazing task, off to Armadill.
There we are, Armadill done. Task number 2201 in a row. We've got no items unfortunately, but we did get a clue scroll, which I can't really complain about. I always like doing the clues. So just teleporting back to the max guild so we can price check the loot from this task. Got ourselves obviously the usual dwarf wheat seeds and herbs, which are always good. Not many adamant bars, sorry, from initial KC. Only 16, but the total comes to 676k. Anyway, going to go back to Morvaran before doing the clue to grab our next assignment. So let's see what we're going to get, and a special assignment which we don't want. So let's try it again. And Grey Demons, don't really feel like doing a boss at the moment. It is quite late and I want to get as many quick tasks as I possibly can done out of the way before I go to sleep. So yeah, let's try again. And Aviansies, just been there, don't really want to go back. Want a nice and simple task, so yeah, I'm going to cancel that one as well, just to see if we can get something in the place. And let's try again. And 90 Ganodermic creatures, I'll stick with that, but first I'm going to do the hard clue scroll. Got the reward from the clue then, let's see what we get. 120k, a really rubbish reward. Anyway guys, off to Ganodermic Beasts.
There we go guys, Ganodermic Beasts done. Sorry if my voice sounds weird, I've just woken up, so bear with me on that one. Just price checking the loot there, and it came to a total of 868k. Didn't get many seeds, only a U seed and a palm seed. But yeah, that was the Ganodermic Beast task. Only had 90 to kill as well, so it wasn't a lot. Anyway, let's head back to Morvaran and we shall grab our first task of the day really. So let's hope for Edimmus. Let's have a look what we get. And a special assignment, so I don't want one of them. 276 Great Demons. Now I might take them off prefer, because I do end up getting them a lot. Not complaining, but you know, make space for a bit of variation. But I don't mind going to Zami though, which we'll head off there now. And the Ward of Subjugation strikes once again. So then that is the first arena done. Just gonna price check the loot. And we're going to do the clue scroll after the arena's expired. So you're adding in all the items here. Should come to about 1.2 mil or 1.1 mil. Anyway, here's the clue scroll reward now. So 146k, not great. Anyway, back to Zami. Hey, there we go guys, just got some boots of subjugation. Finally, the ward curse is over for a while anyway. So yeah, that's a good 816k. Pretty nice, pretty happy with that. I'll see you when I'm done with this task. There we go guys, that is the second instance done, so I've been here for over 2 hours now. We've checked how many we got left, 21. So I'm actually going to go to Greater Demons in Coradal's Dungeon really quickly to finish off. I don't really fancy spending another 200k on another instance, sounding really Scroogey that does, but yeah, I don't want to do that. So price checking the items from that inventory, almost 1.6 mil, that's very nice. So around say 2.5 mil, 2.7 mil overall. We've got 2 items, a ward and a pair of boots, which I can't complain about. So guys, I shall be back when I'm done with this task. And there we are, Greater Demons finally done. I think I had 276, with the good majority done at Zami boss like usual. So we're going to head off back to Morvaran and grab our next assignment. What will it be? Let's soon find out. And it is 260 Edimmu. Very happy with this task. Going to extend it as well to 312. It's going to take me a while to do it, but hopefully we can get a couple of blood necklace shards. It would be nice. Let's have a look. So there we are, guys. Edimmus have been finished off. I did do this task in 2 trips because I did end up going to sleep in between. So I'm going to just price check quickly the items that I did pick up from that last remaining 60 odd that I had left. So we'll just add these into the price check. I got ourselves a dragon dagger and an elite clue as well. Got that on the first trip, so I just kept it in my inventory to remind myself to do it. So 383k, gonna do this elite clue, but yeah, I'm gonna head back to Morvran and we're gonna grab our next assignment. So what I did decide to do was get my Abyssal Demon mask out of my bank and just do my daily Abyssal Demon task. Just for some strength XP really, and it's a pretty good task in general, really quick as well. So we got 193 to kill, that isn't too many, but first we're gonna do this elite, so yeah, I'll be back with the reward. So here we go then, guys, the moment of truth. We finally got the casket. Really short clue, really, only about 4 steps. So yeah, let's open it up. Let's use the not skipping ticket on it, and let's see what we get. 292k worth. Clue item being lumberyard teleports. They're used for hard clues anyway, so that's not too bad, I guess. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go to sleep now. But when I do wake up, it's going to be Abyssal Demons. So yeah, good night, guys. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, guys. Just finished off that Abyssal Demon task, so yeah, I'm just going to hand in this Slayer contract, but I'll just open up the price checker and we'll have a look how much we did make. We got a few ring of wealth drops, that being clean toadstools. Got a load of gems and stuff like usual, put them in the gem bag. Have a look at them in a minute. But in the inventory we made 370k. We got ourselves a Crystallian Fragment 1, as well as if we inspect the gem bag, we got I think I have 2 tasks worth of gems in my gem bag, but at the moment we've got 39 rubies, 19 diamonds and 7 dragonstones. I'll take them out ready for the next task. But anyway, guys, going to hand in this contract and then grab our next task. Here we go then, let's see what our next task is. 253 mutate Dinkos, nope, thank you, going to skip that task. So then, going to cancel that one, let's try again. 196 ice strykewyrms, yeah, I'll do that. It's a fairly quick task, and yeah, it's for some defense XP, so I'll be back when I'm done. There we go then, guys, ice strykewyrms done. Just going to teleport back to Morvran and then we're going to price check the loot. Got ourselves an elite clue, which was very nice. Haven't had a clue from ice strykewyrms in a while. So let's just open up the price checker. We shall start price checking the loot. I'd say around 250k possibly. Oh, maybe more, a lot more. 440k, that's very nice. So yeah, let's grab our next task. Let's see what we get. 242 Edimmus are very nice. I'm not going to extend it this time because it's a long task as it is, but hopefully we can accompany 2 tasks dry Edimmus, so hopefully we can break that little dry streak. But first I'm going to do this elite clue, so I'll be back with the reward. Here we go then. Here is the casket from the elite, and we get just under 300k worth. Zami arrows was the main loot. Anyway, guys, back to doing Slayer. There we go, guys, just finished off the Edimmu task, got ourselves an elite clue. No blood necklace shard there, I'm afraid, so I'm around 4 tasks dry at the moment. But there we go, still made a decent amount in just the normal drops. Let's just add these into the price check real quick, and we shall see how much these came to. So 1.5 mil in just the normal items. We got an elite clue, mind you, so possibly chances of some decent loot there. But I'm going to grab our next task from Morvran now, and we're going to do this elite clue, so I'll be back in a sec. Right then, guys, so here we go, our next task. I'm hoping for a boss of some sort, like Armadill, Zami or DKs possibly, because of boss pets just recently got released, so I'm hoping for one of them tasks. It'd be nice. We got black dragons. I don't really fancy doing QBD and have my chances on a QBD pet. I'll go there when I feel like it, but at the moment I don't. 130 Order of Ascension members. It's a fairly quick task, I guess, but sort of peak time, and it's crowded at the minions, and also Ascension bows are kind of cheap at the moment, so I'm going to skip a cancel on that one. Dark Beasts, that's nice to do. A nice, slightly AFK-able task, but first, guys, I'm going to do this elite clue, so I shall be back with the reward. Here we go then, guys, got the casket, very simple clue to do. Just going to use the not skipping ticket, and 266k, we got ourselves an Armadill body. That isn't too bad, to be honest with you. So that'll look nice in the clue tab. But anyway guys, I'm going to crack on with Dark Beasts. Dark Beasts are done guys, just going to quickly go back to Morvaran. Very nice task to do if you fancy some AFK time, Dark Beasts. I haven't done one in a while, so I thought, yeah, I relished the opportunity of doing that, which is very nice. Anyway, I'm going to pressure the loot. We've got a couple of Ring of Wealth drops, that being the Rune Arrows and the Dragon Dagger. Yet another Dragon Dagger. I've got around 5.5 mil worth of Dragon Daggers in the loot tab at the moment, which is pretty insane. It's quite funny as well. But adding in the Dark Arrowheads, coming up to 546k in total, which isn't too bad. Anyway, our next task is going to be 59 Tormented Demons. I'm happy with that. Let's hope for some D-limbs. There we are guys, Dragon Claws, our 6th pair, whilst doing Tormented Demon tasks. Coming to the end of this task as well now, so I'll be back when I'm done. So yep, there we are, that is the task done. I was only 1 kill away off completing the task after getting the Dragon Claws. So we got 100 points for that task. I'm kind of unlucky on the D-limbs. I mean 6 pairs of Dragon Claws and 1 Dragon Limb, which, you know, I'm still not going to complain. It is, the drop rate is what it is. We've got ourselves a hard clue scroll as well, which is always good. So we'll just open up the pressure, add in the D-claws to begin with, and then start adding in the general loot, which isn't so bad to be honest with you. Coming to 542k, so I am actually hoping for a boss task of some sort, considering now the boss pets are now released. So let's have a look what we get. 199 Greater Demons, that is what we want. So yeah, off to Zami. Hopefully we can possibly get a Zami pet. We shall see though. So I'll be back when I'm done. So guys, going to throw this sneaky clue reward in. 139k, not great. I'm going to re-roll it, and it's just over 100k. So even worse. Anyway, guys, off to Zami. So there we go guys, just got ourselves a Zamorak hilt. Didn't really notice it on the ground until I seen the orange sort of like glow of the handle or the hilt. So yeah, not too bad. Anyway, here's the first arena that has expired. We've got ourselves 2 shards, a hilt and also a clue scroll. So we're just adding it all into the price checker to see how much it comes to. Which yeah, it's not too bad. Just over 1.5 mil. Hey, our first drop of this second trip is an effigy. There we go guys, christened off with a Garb of Subjugation. That is Garb number 10 of the tab now, so that is looking pretty nice. There we go guys, that is the Zami task done. Gonna head back to Morvaran now. We're gonna grab our next assignment, pressure the loot and all that good stuff. So let us just get out of here really quickly. We are gonna open up the price checker. So let's start with the main drops. We've got a Shard 1 and a Garb. And then we got an effigy as well, which I'm going to open after I've got a new task. So just adding in the other items in, comes to 6.3 mil. Not too bad. Got a hilt on our first instance, which is pretty good. So we've got 6 hilts now, 10 garbs, which is awesome. So let's grab our next assignments. And Calphites. No thank you. Don't really do the Calphite King for Slayer. Just don't really enjoy doing it. So 214 Edimmu, not too bad. Let's go back and hopefully we can get a shard on this task. Completed the Edimmu task and I didn't receive a blood necklace shard again. I think this is my 4th task dry now. But you know, I do find that when I do go dry for a very long time, I end up getting 3 or 4 blood necklace shards or any sort of drops within the same task. It, you know, applies to say like God Wars or whatever. But we still made 1.6 mil. I mean, Edimmus have been sort of updated, or the Ring of Wealth drop table has been sort of tweaked a little bit. Hence why I've got unicorn dust and noted uncut diamonds now, so that is really beneficial, as well as some fire talismans. These items do add up, as you can see, 200k, 200k there, almost 150k there, which is awesome. Anyway guys, we're going to head back to Morvaran now and we are going to grab our next assignment. So here we go then. What I thought I'd do is grab my Helm of Darkness for my daily Dark Beast task, which I'm going to grab now. Here we go then, here's a reward from Elite Clue Scroll that I got a while back, and we get a Dragon Full Helm Ornament Kit as well as another Armadill helmet. Quite lucky with them. I think I've got 2 or 3 of them now, so that's pretty cool. Anyway guys, off to do my next task. There we are, that is the Dark Beast task done. Nice, I love this Dark Beast tasks. Due to the fact that you can sort of AFK them and you're guaranteed a good 500k plus in loot every time. So yeah, let's grab our next assignment, let's see what it's going to be. Aviansies, so I shall see you there. So just got our first drop and it is a pair of Armadill boots. That is very nice. I think that's a good like 2 mil, 3 mil, so that is awesome. Anyway, I'll be back if I get anything else. Hey, and of course I get trolled by the buckler. Never mind, it is still an item nonetheless. Anyway guys, I'll be back when this task is done. Oh, and there we go, we just got ourselves an effigy as well. That is awesome going. Anyway, I'll be back once this task is finished. So guys, there we are, that is the task done. Very nice task, enjoyed it thoroughly. Got ourselves a buckler, some boots, and an effigy, so we can't complain with that. Just going to head back to Morvran now. We're going to price check the loot. So let us just open up the price checker. Add in the rune bolts to begin with, all the rubbish loot we're going to add in, all the standard loot, and then the buckler, which is 28k, which is horrible. Got some rune bars, advent bars, sorry, from KC, and then finally adding in the boots, which is 2.6 mil. It's got a clue scroll as well, and an effigy, which I'm going to do after grabbing our next assignment, and it is going to be Great Demons. But first, let's do this hard clue scroll. So then, here we are, we got the reward from the hard clue scroll. Moment of truth. 214k rune plate body H1 I think, and rune plate legs G. That is not too bad. Anyway guys, off to Zami. So good start kicking off this Zami boss task. We got ourselves a garb, that is awesome. Anyway, I'll be back if we get anything else. Just got another beam guys, and that being an ancient effigy. Love these, love the free XP. So yeah, and there we go. Also just got a hood of subjugation, not too much, didn't get a beam for it, but still fairly good. There we go then, that is the first arena has expired. Got ourselves a hood and a garb, which is awesome, along with an effigy and a clue scroll. So just adding it all in the price checker, and it is around 6.7 mil, which is pretty good. Anyway, I'll be back for the remaining of this task. There we go guys, that is the task complete. No drops on this second arena, but I wasn't really expecting any with the success we had to begin with. Just going to teleport to the max guild so we can price check what we have remaining in the inventory to see how much we did make in the second trip. It's not going to be too much, it's not going to compare as much as it did to the first because we'd got no items obviously, but still we made quite a bit. Just under a mil, which is awesome. Anyway guys, I'll be back at Morvran to grab our next task. And let's see what Morvran's going to give us. Hopefully we get some TDs or something. And a special assignment. No thank you, let's try again. Hey, TDs, I shall see you if I get anything or when the task is done. So here is the clue scroll award from the Zami task. So yeah, pretty shitty. Anyway guys, we're going to go off to the TDs now. Hey, so there is our first drop. It's a ruined dragon armor shard. Looks pretty awesome on the floor. It's actually the head of a tormented demon, which looks sick. Anyway, I'll be back when this task is done. So there we go, that is the task completed. Only got ourselves that shard, and of course we got ourselves a dragon dagger I think as well. Yeah, which is a little bit unfortunate, but still it's yeah, another dragon dagger to the collection I guess. So we're just going to price check the items really quickly. And then the dragon dagger, then the adamant bars, the herbs, the diamonds, and the armor shard and stuff like that. Also got 10 palm tree seeds, which bring it to a 1.8 mil, which is great. Love that Ring of Wealth drop table drop. Anyway, we're back at Morvran now. We're going to grab our next task, which is going to be Daily Dark Beasts, because they are really AFK and enjoyable. And also we are going to do this hard clue scroll, so I'll be back with the reward. So there is the reward. We've got a reroll available, which I'm going to do, so hopefully it's better loot. 167k, a Bandos page 2, that is awesome. Anyway guys, off to Dark Beasts. There we go guys, that is Dark Beasts done. A really enjoyable task, love it. The XP is amazing. So we're just going to go back to Morvran now, and we are going to grab our next assignment. The loot as well is really good. It's easily 600k plus per task. So let's grab our next one, and it is Dagannoth. So I shall see you at the DKs. So there we go guys, finally done the DK task. Did take a little while, just over 2 hours I think it was. Possibly pushing 2.5. Did have quite a lot to kill, well over 240 I think it was. So just going to get out of here now, teleport to the max guild. Didn't get any pets, so we didn't get any of the Dagenoth King pets, which is a shame, but I'm sure I'll get one in the future. But we did manage to get ourselves a Sears ring and another hatchet to go into the tab, which is awesome. I think that's hatchet number 46 now. So if we start with the items, so we got a Sears ring, a D hatchet, a mud battle staff, and then with the talismans, got a lot of war talismans, which is awesome, 2.4 mil worth. Earth talismans as well, 655k worth, and then finally the hides and the bones, coming to a total of 6.8 mil from that task, picking up a hard clue scroll in the process. Anyway guys, I shall be back at Morvran with our next task. So then, here we go, back at Morvran. Let us see what our next task is going to be. And we get Aviansies, quite happy with that. let's go to Armadill. Maybe we'll get a pet, maybe not, but let's see. See in a bit, but we're going to do this clue scroll first, so we'll be back with the reward. Here we go then, guys. Got the casket from this hard clue. Let's see what we get. 429k, that's pretty decent. A Zamorak full helm, I'll happily take that along with a bunch of other rune items, which is smart. Anyway guys, gonna head to Armadill now, wish me luck. There we go then, guys. Armadill has been done, and the final kill was a longbow with some runite bolts. That's pretty weird. Anyway, can you go back to Morvan? We're going to quickly price check the loot here really quick. No pet yet again. I'm not really, going for them. I'm just going to get them as it comes, really. So, yeah, no actual Armadill items either. We did get a shard 3 from a minion, which is alright. Also another hard clue scroll. So we'll do that after this price check and after I've grabbed a new task. So just adding in the admin bars from KC and it comes to 565k. Not so bad. Anyway, let's grab our next assignment. Let's have a look. 109 Ganodermic creatures, that is pretty good. Anyway guys, I'm just going to pop and do this hard clue scroll and then I shall be back when I'm done with that task. 109k shit reward. There we go then, first task of the evening done. So we're just going to price check what we have picked up. Got ourselves a polypore stick in the process as well, along with a spirit seed, a magic seed, a lantern seed, and then some ring of wealth drops. So 641k, that isn't so bad, but yeah, let's head back to Morvan right now and we're going to do our daily Dark Beast task, which should be some decent XP as well as GP, and I can slightly AFK it as well. So yeah, that's what we are going to do. So we'll grab our next task, and yep, Dark Beasts, 208, not too bad. I'll be back when I'm done. So then that is Dark Beasts done, nice and easy, quick kind of task, good for money as well. Got ourselves a Serenic scale, which is awesome. We'll just hop into the price checker. So we'll pop the Serenic scale in there first, 330k around about, along with the dark arrowheads, and then on with the normal Dark Beast drops, and then 2 loops, coming to a total of 762k. So we shall get our next task from Morvan. Let's see what we get. 198 mutated Jadinkos. I'm going to do a little cancel on them. Oh, and recently we passed 10,000 Slayer points, which is awesome. Let's try again. 242 Calphites. No, we're not really feeling Calphites. Don't really do Calphite King anyway. Try again, and Ganodermic creatures. So yeah, back to Ganodermic beasts. Alright then, so Ganodermic creatures are done once again. Gonna head back to Morvan and we are gonna price check the loot. Obviously I think drop tables got reworked sort of within the past couple of weeks or so. So we did get our dragon longsword from, I'm guessing, the Ring of Wealth drop table, which is pretty different but also cool at the same time. And also the obviously general loot that you get, like the yew seeds, the papaya seeds, the palm seeds and stuff, bringing that to a total of 797k, along with another spirit seed, which is pretty good. Anyway guys, going to get on next assignment. 208 Edimmus, that isn't too bad. That is a cracker with this task, and hopefully we can get a blood necklace shard. So hey guys, good evening. Just completed the Edimmu task from yesterday, carried it over overnight obviously because I had to go to sleep. So we did finally get a blood necklace shard, and it is valued at almost 20 mil now in the GE, which is amazing. I'm not really sure the true value of it. Could be a little bit less or it could be more, but we're going to go with the base value with the GE at the moment. So just adding in the other items like the herbs, the uncut diamonds and the ashes comes to a total of 20.9 mil, almost 21 mil, which is pretty amazing. Anyway guys, going to head back to Morvan now and we are going to do my daily Dark Beast task. So there we go guys, Dark Beast done, nice and easy, quick task. Just going to pop the ferocious ring back on and teleport back to Morvan to grab our next assignment. Let's see what it's going to be. Hopefully it's something decent. Let's have a look. Get task, and it is Dagannoths. Very nice. Hopefully we can get possibly a pet. I'm hoping for one anyway, so let's just price check this loot quickly. Got ourselves a Triskelion Fragment 1 as well, which is awesome. Price check the lantern seeds. We got 3 of them along the dark arrowheads and the toad flaxes, coming up to 563k, which is awesome. Anyway guys, what I'm going to do now is gear and go at this DK task. What's up guys, just finished off this Dagenoth King task and just look at the inventory, it sums it up really. Absolutely amazing task. The DK gods shine brightly down on me during Dagenoth Kings, that's for sure. No luck on a pet yet though, but we should just price check the items in the inventory. As you can see, we've got 7 drops, 4 hatchets and 3 rings, 2 of them being Zerka rings. A bunch of talismans as well, almost 250 air talismans, almost 240 water talismans, and almost 450 earth talismans, which comes to 9.9 mil, and then finally adding the Dagenoth hide and bones, which comes to a total of 11.9 mil, not short of 12 mil there just from that task. That is absolutely awesome. I think I've got around 51 or 52 hatchets now in total banked, which is awesome. Anyway guys, we're going to head back to Morvran now, and we are going to grab our next assignment. Alrighty then, that is grab our next assignment in before a special assignment to kick us off. And how did I know that? Anyway, let's skip that and get another task. Hopefully it's much better. 237 water fiends. No, not doing them. Even though the drop table got recently reworked, I still don't want to do water fiends. 20 demons, that's not too bad. 68 to kill. Let's find out if we get some dragon limbs. But first, I'm going to do this clue scroll. Here we go then, we've got the casket from the hard clue scroll. Let us see what we get. 84k, gonna definitely re-roll it. And to 93k, not a bad reward, shit reward instead. But anyway guys, off to this TD task. So guys, I thought with me not being in the right mindset at the moment for this Tormented Demon task, I'm actually going to cancel it and do my daily Dark Beasts. I don't really fancy doing all the switching at the moment. It's kind of late anyway, so I just thought I'd do a chill task and watch some YouTube videos or something. So there we go, 188 Dark Beasts to kill. I'll be back when I'm done. There we are guys, I pretty enjoyed my little AFK spree of catching up on videos that I have obviously missed due to, you know, me being busy a bit. So yeah, it's very nice looking at a few of people that I've subscribed to their videos and stuff, catching up on what they have been doing. Anyway, let's grab our next task and we get Aviansies. That is awesome. Just going to quickly press check the loot though from this Dark Beast task. Got ourselves a Serenic Scale, which is very nice. As always, I can almost make, I think, 3 full sets of Serenic just from the scales now, which is pretty dope. Anyway guys, we made 674k just from the items in my inventory. So anyway guys, we're going to head to Armor. There we are then guys, that is the Armadill task complete. Just going to get the Ring of Ferocious ring back on. We're going to head back to Morvran. And we are going to grab our next assignment as well as price check the loot. We got ourselves a Dragon Helm, which is obviously very rare, along with a U seed and then the normal drops, like the Dwarf Weeds, Seeds and Herbs, which is awesome. Then the D Helm, like I said, the Rune Arrows too, and 20 Adamant Bars from KC, coming to 622k, that is pretty nice. Also, we got that clue scroll, which I'm going to do after I get our next assignment. Let's have a look what it's going to be. Edimmu's, that's not too bad to be honest with you, but I'll be back with this clue scroll reward. Alright then guys, we've finally got the casket. This clue did take quite a while. I did have around 7 or 8 steps to it. So yeah, it was quite a lengthy clue scroll, so let's have a look what we get. And 110k, a U composite bow and some Taibarani teleports. Says it all really. Anyway guys, off to Edimmu's. Alrighty then guys, that is the Edimmu task complete. As you can see in the inventory, we did get another blood necklace shard, which rounds it up to I think 10 we have now in total. And if they are 20 mil each, then you do the maths, that is 200 mil worth in blood necklace shards sitting in the bank, which is absolutely awesome to be honest with you. Can't ask for anything better on a Slayer task. I mean, these Edimmus are really good. They are kind of tedious sometimes, but obviously you're awarded so much. I mean, look at that, 20.2 mil. Hopefully it sells for that amount. But yeah, we made 22 mil of that task, and I shall pop back to Morvran now, and we shall grab our next one. Right then, let's see what this guy will give us as our next task. Great demons, I'm happy with that. Let's see if we can grab ourselves a Zami pet. Hey, so our first drop, and look at this cool loot beam there. I think they changed the Christmas one, but I'm still yet to change my my loot beam from the Christmas one to like the standard one. But yeah, we got ourselves a Zami spear. That is the first item to start off the trip, basically. So yeah, I should be back when either this instance is done or we get something else. Hey, so there we go guys, that is the second Zami spear of this task so far. I did actually have to sort of log off suddenly yesterday, hence why my inventory is looking bare, because I've just started off this next trip. So I didn't actually get to price check any of it because I obviously had to log off suddenly. But anyway guys, that is our second Zami spear of this task so far. I'll be back if I get anything else. So there we are, guys, that is the arena done. Let's see how many we have left. We do have 55 left, so I'm going to be coming back just to finish this off very quickly, but let's just price check the loot to begin with. And we got some Lanternine herbs and seeds as always, runite ore, rune bars from the Ring of Wells drop table, quite a few Zami wines from the minions, which is all good, 68 infernal ashes, and then finally the Zami spear, coming to a total of 2.6 mil, which is very nice, and also an elite clue scroll, which I'm going to do after the task is finished because I have an aura active at the moment. So guys, I should be back if I get anything on our next arena or when I do complete the task. Hey, just get some boots of subjugation there. Seen the beam sort of in the corner of my eye as I'm looking on at YouTube at my other screen, so that was a nice surprise. Anyway guys, I'll be back when I'm done. And we get ourselves an Armadill hilt a couple of kills later. I think that is my 7th hilt now, which is pretty nice. 7th Zamorak hilt, which is pretty nice. Anyway guys, I'll be back when I'm done. So there we are, guys. Got a lot of War Priest items during this task, which I don't really pick up. I've got the 3 pieces that I need, to be in the gloves, the top and bottoms. But yeah, just at the max guild again now. Gonna pop open the price check, add in the 2 drops that we did get to start with, brings it to 891k, and then add in the other few items. So we got ourselves a pair of boots, a hilt, and 2 Zami spears during that Great Demon task, which isn't too bad to be honest with you, making a total of 1.4 mil during that arena. So yeah, I'm going to head off to more right now, and we're going to grab our next assignment. Right then, let's have a look what this guy is going to give us. Iron Dragons, 122 of them. Yeah, I can do that task. It's kind of AFK as well. But first we're going to do this elite clue scroll, so I shall be back with the reward. Here we go then, guys. Finally got the casket after around 8 steps. It's been quite a long clue, this one. Let's see what we get. 284k. Gonna re-roll it. Why not? Let's confirm. And 443k. We got some Bandos plate skirt amongst other items as well, other nice resourceable items. Anyway guys, back to Slayer. Hey guys, sorry I've been a little bit sort of vacant recently, but it's because of in real life and stuff. And I've been playing, but I haven't been playing as much as I would like to, and also when I have been playing I have been unable to record, so the past few tasks I haven't actually managed to get any footage of them. So if I did get any of the boss tasks, I did either cancel them or, you know, I'd done the like the normal regular ones instead. Like for Dagannoths, I didn't go to DKs, I just went to normal Dagannoths and Waterbirth. So yeah, I didn't want to sort of get an item, like get a pet or something, and not include it in the video. So we're gonna start back off slaying and getting our daily Dark Beast task just to kick off today. So yep, 289 to do. That is a nice task, nice time to AFK. Anyway guys, I'll be back when I'm done. So there we go, that is Dark Beasts done. Had a decent amount of time just to AFK and just watch a few shows and whatnot. I have had a few questions on why I don't use a gold accumulator here from Dunge. That is because I don't have the Dungeoneering tokens to buy one at the moment. And I really cannot be bothered to do Dunge to get one. I mean, it only lasts for, I think, 1 mil GP collected, and then it will sort of disappear into dust, and you have to buy a new one, and each time you buy a new one the price of tokens goes up. So anyway, without further ado, let us grab our next assignment. 36 myth drags. I may as well do that, to be honest with you. Nice and quick task, and yeah, it's decent points as well. I mean, I'll get 20 points from it, so nice and easy quick task. I'll be back when I'm done. So there we are guys, a little over 10 minutes to complete this task, which is pretty reasonable, to be honest with you, especially for how quick you do this task, and obviously you get points. You get the points really quick. If you are struggling on a few Slayer points, then Myth Drags is a nice, easy and quick task to do. Anyway, let's grab our next one, and over at Ascension members. Now I'm actually, to be honest with you, I'm actually going to go to the bosses to see if I can snag myself a pet. So yeah guys, I shall be back with either a signet or when I'm done with the task, or maybe a pet if I'm super lucky, which I doubt. Hey, so on the search for a pet we do end up getting our first signet, that being the Ascension Signet 2, which is pretty nice. Anyway, let's pop over to another Ascension boss. Yes guys, on the last key of the trip we got our third Ascension Signet 3. I always do this one last because it's Tertius. I find him the most difficult one, but now I've nailed him down. Now I know how to do it really easily. I thought I'd get it as my second signet. So yep, I am down to 6 left to go. I'm going to give another one of the Ascension bosses a go to see if I can actually pick up another signet. Be very lucky. But now I've got what I consider the hardest signet down. I should be able to make a bow fairly quickly within the next task of Ascension members. So yeah guys, I'll be back when the task is done. So there we go then guys, that is the task complete. Didn't obviously get a signet from the last 6 I had to kill. We get a Phoenix scale as well as a new record of 34 seconds for quarters, I think I'm doing now. So guys, I'm going to head back to Morven now and we're going to grab our next assignment. So here we go then. 2 signets from that Ascension task, pretty proud of it to be honest with you, as well as getting it from personally the hardest Ascension boss, that being Tertius, with him spawning the minions. So guys, our next task is Celestial Dragons. I'm dead happy with that one. I'll be back when I'm done. Hey, just managed to get ourselves a pair of Celestial hand wraps. That is quite a surprise. I wasn't really paying attention, but that's going to be a nice addition to the other pair that I've got in the bank currently. So yeah, that's a nice drop to have. I'll see you when I'm done with this task. Here we go then, that is the task done lads. I'm going to press check the inventory now. Got ourselves some Ascension hand wraps or Celestial hand wraps, however you want to call them, along with obviously all the other Celestial Dragon loot. Also, they are great Crimson Charms, as you can see in the inventory there. So we made just over 3 mil in that task, which is awesome. So we're just going to head back to Morven now and go and grab a new task. Hopefully it's something good. I don't know, like Greater Demons. I really fancy doing Zami boss. So here we go, let's give it a go. And we do get Greater Demons. So guys, I'll be back if I get anything or when the task is done. And there we go, kicking it off yet again in another Zami instance is an effigy. Quite lucky with them. Anyway, I'll be back if I get anything else. Hey, so look at that, just got ourselves some gloves of subjugation. That's not too bad, no beam though, but still it's an item. And there we go, there's another one. We got ourselves some boots of subjugation along with a shard from the minion as well, Godsword Shard 1. That is awesome. Anyway guys, I'll be back when this task is done. So there we go then guys, that is the first arena expired. I used the effigy sort of as between spawns, so I got that done. So we'll just open up the price checker. The 2 drops that we did get were a back-to-back, so we got the boots and the gloves back-to-back. I didn't actually get a beam on the ground, so I didn't actually notice. It was the guys in the TeamSpeak that let me know, because obviously the drop came onto their newsfeed. So I would have probably just forgotten about them and wouldn't have realised. But overall, from that task, or that trip rather, we made just over 2 mil, which is awesome. Anyway guys, I'm going to head off to bed now, and I shall resume this task in the morning. Hey, first drop of the morning. Obviously I'm continuing this from last night. As soon as I put some music on, I get a garb, which is awesome. Anyway guys, I'll be back when this task is done. There we go then guys, that is the task complete. Gonna quickly get out of here now, nothing really worth picking up on the floor there. So we'll press check the loot. And yeah, I'm going to talk about the melee based setup that I've used for this task. It's made it a lot more fun than obviously sticking with the mage one. But mage is quicker in a sense that you get the task done quicker because you can use many multi-target abilities such as Dragon's Breath, Chain, and that sort of thing, whereas with melee you're sort of restricted to Flurry. Anyway, just going to price check the loot there, and we made 5.5 mil from that second arena, so in total we made just over 7 mil I believe. So yeah guys, melee is, I find it a lot more fun anyway, because you see a lot more mega hits when you use Berserk and stuff, and yeah, it's fairly quick as well. I mean, I got my new best at Zami, which was 19 seconds opposed to the 21 seconds with Mage. Anyway guys, I'm going to go back to Morven now, and we're going to grab our next assignment. Right then, so I decided I'm going to do my dailies now. I'm going to do my daily Dark Beast task, followed by the daily Abyssal Demon task. So we've got 219 Dark Beasts. I shall be back when I'm done. There we are then, Dark Beasts done. What I'm going to do now is obviously get my daily Abyssal Demon mask out of the bank and do that task. But first we'll just head back to Morven really quickly and we'll press check what we picked up. Didn't pick up too much stuff, just the general stuff really. Probably come to around 500k if a little bit more. So Addy ore to start with, let's have a look. So 138 adamant ore, dark arrowheads, 44 toad flaxes, 16 dwarf weed herbs, and lanternine herbs. So yeah, just over 600k, not too bad. Anyway guys, I'll be back when this Abyssal Demon task is done. Hey, so there we are then, that is the Abyssal Demon task complete. If we just inspect the gem bag, we got 17 rubies, 7 diamonds and 6 dragon stones. We'll pop open the price checker as well, and we'll just add it in these items that I picked up. which come to just over 200k, which isn't too bad. Anyway guys, I'm going to hand in this contract and teleport back to Morvan for our next assignment, so I shall see you there. Here we are then, let us see what good old Morvan is going to give us for our next one. Special assignment, which we're going to skip. Let's try it again. And Edimmu, that's alright, I'll crack on with that one. Let's see if we can add to our collection of blood necklace shards. I shall see you in a bit. There we go then guys, that is Edimmu's done. Just going to quickly get my arse out of here now and we'll price check the loot really quickly. So let's open up the price checker. Let's add in all of the herbs first. That comes to 264k, along with then the fire talismans and the ashes. Didn't pick up as many as I would like to, because I was sort of AFKing on the side. Anyway, made 1.1 mil no blood necklace shards on that task, which I can't really complain. I've had 2 shards in the past 2 tasks. So I'll be back at Morvan with our next assignment. Here we go then guys, next task time, wish me luck, and we get another special assignment. No thank you, Morvan, let's try again. Order of Ascension members, cracking task, going to finish off my... Well, going to go back to Legions, going to go to the bosses, hopefully I can finish off a crossbow. I'll be back with either a signet drop, a pet drop, or when I'm done with the task. Hey, there we go guys, got our signet 4, I think that is. So that was in, I don't know, 4 kills, which is pretty good. Anyway, I'll be back on the next boss. Hey, there we go then guys, that is the 6th signet. So it's still in the same trip, I haven't banked, and I was on my 9th key, which is awesome. Anyway guys, I'll be back with the next one. Hey, there we go guys, got my Ascension Signet 1, which is very pleased about because the Primus keys are like 700k each. So yeah, off to getting my last Signet. There we go guys, I got the 5th Signet and final Signet on my first Primus trip within 7 kills, so that is awesome. Let's see what profit we make from this bow. Here we go then guys, we're at this guy called Osilius, I think that's his name, and going to create the crossbow right now. Did manage to buy a dragon crossbow. I didn't bother creating my own dragon crossbow, as in buying the limbs and then stringing the crossbow. So yeah, I've got that noted down, and I'm going to obviously price up the keys spent and obviously the profits in the end. So what we'll do now, we'll just head back to the Max Guild really quickly now. Got our Ascension crossbow there. I'm going to sell it in the GE, see how much it sells for, and then I shall divide my or I shall add my figures up, take away some stuff as well, and see how much we have made. So it sold for 130 mil, so that is awesome. So if I go on to my calculator, so 130, take away the 87.8 mil, which it cost me to make. So I made a profit of 42.2 mil from that bow. That is including with the dragon crossbow being bought as well from the GE. So that is absolutely awesome. Very happy with that. I'm going to obviously continue that task off at the bosses. I mean, I still do have 51 left. So yep, I'm going to get back to the Legion bosses, and I shall be back with either another Signet or when I'm done with the task. There we go, another Signet on our next bow we're trying to make during the same task. So we just got the Secundus one, so we're going to hop over to Tertius now, I think. So there we are guys, that is finally the Ascension member task complete. Done it all at the bosses. We got 5 Signets in total, which is amazing. As well as 42.2 mil profit off the bow that we did make, because obviously I got 2 Signets within one task, and then I got 5 during this task, which is awesome, enabling me to make the bow and have 1 Signet spare. So we got some amazing charms as well, 361 crimsons and 224 blues. That is really good. Also 2,250 tasks in a row, grants me 300 points, and I shall be back at Morvan with our next assignment. Right then, next task time. Let's see what this big guy will give us. Another special assignment. No thank you. Try that again. Calphites. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to go and experiment a little bit. Apparently the Keris is really OP, and obviously with the release of pets, I'm going to give Exiled Calphite Queen a go until I get bored. I'll probably end up cancelling this task later on, but I just want to see if I do get lucky and manage to even get a Dragon Chain Body or something. So I will end up cancelling this task, but I just want to have a little bit of fun in the meantime, so I'll be back when I'm done. So there we are, guys, that is the Calphite task done. I'd done a bit at KK as well, didn't get any footage because we got no drops obviously. Now all I'm going to say is the Keris is absolutely OP. Main hand, obviously with the Keris you can't get an offhand version of it. With the Desert Amulet 3 or above, you know, that does absolutely wreck Calphite King as well as Queen. Calphite Queen, sorry. You mean you cap at 12k, that's the max you can hit, and I was hitting them constantly, even on Calphite King, even on melee phase. When Calphite King was on melee phase, I was using the Keris, and I was still hitting 9 or 10ks. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, I was using the War Priest as well. I wasn't exactly using max like strength armor, which is amazing. Anyway, guys, I am going to do my daily Dark Beast task now, so I'll be back when that's done. There we go then, guys, that is the Dark Beast done. I'm going to head back to Morvan now. We're going to price check the loot really quickly, and I'm going to do my daily Abyssal Demons. So if we just head there now, I will open up the price checker. Got ourselves a Dragon Longsword from the rare drop table, which was quite weird. I know it got reworked recently, so that is probably why. Also got a Dark Bow as well, which they're above 100k again now. That is pretty cool. I mean, last time I got a Dark Bow they were around 40k, maybe a little bit more. So just finishing off the price check there, 845k, that is pretty decent. And with obviously the rune items that my spring cleaner banked for me. Anyway, guys, I'm going to do my daily Abbey Demon task now, so I'll be back with that task completed. There we go, guys, Abyssal Demons have been done, completed. Did sort of AFK this task slightly, been watching Top Gear, been catching up on that because I missed it then last night. For you UK people, it's a car show. I'm sure the majority of you will know what it is. So yeah, just caught up by watching it on the iPlayer. It was pretty good. Anyway, just price checking the loot there, and it came to 229k, along with obviously rune items being banked by the spring cleaner. So guys, I'm going to hand in this Slayer contract now and go back to Morvan to grab our next task. Here we go then, Morvan, what are you going to give us, fella? Let's have a look. And another special assignment. No thank you, try again. And Dagannoths. Okay then, yeah, I'll try and find the DK's world, and we shall go and do DKs. So guys, I ended up doing the normal Dagannoth in Waterbirth, mainly because DKs are kind of packed right now. It's sort of peak time, sort of the time when I'm about to go off anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to fit in a well over 2-hour trip, because I am going to go to bed shortly. But guys, we got ourselves a few crims, and it's obviously a very quick task, so we're going to get our next one. And we got Necreal, not going to do that. Apparently it is kind of good XP though, but yeah, I find that task boring, so I'm going to cancel that one. Now let's try again. And Dagannoths again, I'm actually going to skip it. I don't really feel like going back to Waterbirth, even though it is kind of AFK. So let's try again. Glacors, that's a bit different, haven't had them in a while, so we'll crack on with these. So there we are, Glacors done, guys. Gonna head back to Morvan now. We didn't get any boots, which wasn't really a surprise really. Quite unlucky at Glacors, but there we go. Gonna price check the loot. We got ourselves 4 shards of Armadill, which is always good, progressing towards that next Armadill battle staff, which is quite pricey at the moment, I believe. It's around like what, 15 mil or something, which is very good. So guys, we made 353k, that isn't too bad to be honest with you. Obviously the XP is brilliant as well as the charms, 82 crimsons and 52 blues. So we're gonna grab our next one. And Dagannoths. Gonna actually skip this task. Don't really feel like doing Dagannoths. So try again. Aviansies. Yep, 175. That's a pretty nice number to do as well. So I'll be back when I either get an item or when I complete that task. Fucking hell, an effigy again. Well, even I got an effigy and 719 U-logs. There we go then, guys, that is the task done. Just going to go back to Morvan really quickly now. Got ourselves an elite clue as well as an effigy, which was awesome. So we're just going to grab our next task really quickly. Let's see what we do get. And Edimmus, that is pretty nice, 244 to go, which is quite a long task anyway. So we'll just quickly price check what we got in the inventory. Quite a lot of dwarfweed seeds and herbs, which is very good. Got 719 U-logs as well from the effigy drop, which was quite surprising. And then finally the advent bars, which comes to 881k. So yeah guys, I'm going to quickly do this elite clue scroll and then crack on with the Edimmu task. So I'll be back shortly. So there we are, guys, that is the casket and that is the reward from that elite clue scroll. We got ourselves a dragon plate body ornament kit spiked and 2 dragon helms, which comes to a total of 184k. Anyway guys, off to do my Edimmu task now, so I shall see you when I'm done. There we go, guys, that is the Edimmu task complete. I think I'm on my 3rd task drawing out of a shard, but still made some pretty decent money from the items I picked up. And I also got an elite clue, which I'm going to do as well shortly after getting our next task. So we got U-logs and then all the noted herbs that you get standard, which is very nice. 211 ashes I managed to pick up a note, which is pretty good. 5 talismans, and finally we got some magic logs coming up to almost 2.2 mil there. So yeah guys, I'm going to go to Morvaran now. We're going to grab our next assignment and I'm going to do this elite clue, so I'll be back at Morvaran. Here we go then guys, going to get our next task from Morvaran. Let's see what it is. And mutate Jadinkos. Nope, we're going to actually skip that task. So, whoa, assignment, cancel. Let's try again. Ganodermic creatures, happy with that one, but first we're going to quickly do this elite clue, so I shall be back with the reward. Here we are then, got the casket from the elite. Let's have a look what we get. And we get an ancient stole, that's not too bad. I'm going to save the reroll for the next clue that we do. But for now I'm going to go back to Slayer. I'm going to do my Ganodermic beast task, so I shall see you when I'm done. There we are guys, that is Ganodermic Beasts. Don't love this task, the seeds and stuff. Overall GP from this task is pretty awesome, so we'll open up the price checker. We've got 3 lance, a U seed, 2 palm tree seeds, 2 spirit seeds which are obviously untradeable, papaya tree seed, and then the flakes, some U logs from the ring of well for the red drop table, and then polypore spores coming to just over 1 mil, which is awesome. So we're just going to pop the ring back on and teleport back to Morvaran to grab our new task. Okay then, let's see what we are going to get. 43 myth drags? No, don't really feel like doing that. I mean, yeah, it is a quick task and it is obviously for decent points. Look at that as well guys, we've got 11,000 points now, which is awesome, so we'll just quickly cancel that task though. And we shall grab another one. Grey Demons, I'm happy with that one. I love doing Zami now, obviously with the pet releases and stuff, it's a good incentive to do it. And yeah, it's a good overall XP as well, so I shall be back with either a drop or when the task is done. There we go guys, that is the first instance done. Didn't get any items, but we did get quite a lot in normal loot like lanterdimes and stuff. We'll press check it, starting with the ashes, and then the lanterdime herbs and seeds, which add a lot to the tab. Then we got some admit bars from the red drop table, as well as obviously the Runor, and then finally the Wines of Zami from the minions. So it comes to 1.2 mil from that first arena. We've also got a hard clue scroll, which I'm going to save till after the task. So yeah guys, I'm going to re-gear, re-head back here now and continue this task. So I'll be back with either a loot or when I'm done. There we go guys, that is the task done. Just going to see what the last drop is, and coins. We're going to get our arses out of here really quickly. Going to price check the loot, so we'll open up the price checker, add in the U-logs, the wines, and the lanterdimes, herb and seeds, Runor, ashes, 653k. So we did get no Zami items during that task, which is a shame, but nonetheless we got a hard clue scroll, which I'm going to do, as well as going to grab another task right now. So I'll be back at Morvaran with our next assignment. Here we go then guys, what am I going to grab from this guy? Tormented demons. Yeah, I'm actually going to go to sleep now, so my mind will probably change depending on how I feeling when I log back in tomorrow morning. So yeah guys, I shall see you tomorrow. I shall see if I do decide to do this Tormented demon task or not, so yeah, I shall see you then. Alright then, got the casket from the hard clue scroll before I head to TDs, and we get 78k, very shit. We got a rune Blazecure H2, which isn't great. Gonna go into the tab though, and yeah, I shall see you guys when I do this Tormented Demon task. There we are guys, that is the Tormented Demon task done. We got nothing apart from a D helm, so yeah, kind of unlucky. No D limbs again yet, so I'm currently on 6 pairs of D claws and 1 dragon limbs. Better than some people though. I've got a friend of mine who's currently on 10 pairs of claws and 0 dragon limbs, so yeah, I can't really complain. Anyway, just price checking the loot really quickly, and we got to 372k. Also, my spring cleaner ran out of charges during that task as well, so I had to bank the majority of the rune items. Anyway, that we gained 100 points from that task as well. We're to 260 in a row now. Anyway guys, I'll be back at Morvaran with our next assignment. There we go then, guys. Decided to do a daily Dark Beast task, so yeah, I'm just going to press check the loot and we'll see how much we made. Obviously you get a load of herbs and adamant ore and stuff like that, which is awesome. Coming to 822k. This task basically makes you around 5 to 800k per task, which is awesome. Anyway, going to grab our next one. 65 Glacors, that's pretty sweet, decent XP, so yeah, see you when I'm done. There we go then, guys, that is the great Glacor task complete. All we did get was deep maces for days, so yeah, no boots yet again. I'm kind of unlucky with boots, but you know, that's how the dice rolls really. So 436k made, along with 4 shards of Armadill as well. I shall teleport back to Morvan right now, and we're going to grab ourselves our next task. Alright then, let's see what we get. 180 greater demons, yes mate, I'm really happy with that task because I find meleeing Zami now a lot more fun. So yeah guys, I'll be back with either a drop or when I'm done. There we go guys, just got a pet. That is pretty sick. Finally joined the club of my friends with the pet. So yeah, nice one. So there we are, that is the first arena expired. Got ourselves obviously a hoof, which is the pet, and as well as a clue scroll. Just putting everything in the price checker. Got ourselves a shard as well, and it comes to 857k. Anyway guys, I'm just going to activate the hoof now. We're going to look at the pet, see how it is before getting back to Slayer shortly. So I'll be right back with the pet. So there we are guys, that is the mini version of the Zami pet. Looks a bit of a beast with his huge cleavers. So let me know in the comments down below which is your favourite pet, and if you're going for any pets in particular. It'll be nice to read them. Anyway guys, back to the Slayer games. There we go guys, that is a task done, and on the final kill we got ourselves an effigy. So pretty overall then with this task, I've been pretty pleased with it. Got ourselves an effigy and a pet, so I can't complain at all. So we'll just head back to the max guild now and we shall price check the loot. So I'll open up the price checker. Wines of Zami, Lantern seeds and herbs, got quite a lot of them in this task, which is always good. And then finally the ashes and the rune ore coming to 657k. Anyway guys, I'll be back at Morvan now, grabbing our next assignment. So guys, what I decided to do was, well, grab my Dark Beast mask out the bank, and then we're going to crack on with Dark Beasts. 286, that is awesome, that is without extending them as well. That's why I love Morvan as a Slayer task, or Slayer Master now, because he assigns so many of decent tasks. So yeah guys, I'll be back when I'm done. Forgot to mention guys, I was going to do this hard clue scroll before the Dark Beast task, so we got the casket here, let's see what we get. And some Rune G plate legs, I'm going to re-roll it, why not? And we re-rolled it for worse items. I always do that, but there we go guys, that is the clue done. Anyway guys, back to Dark Beasts. So guys, I did actually forget to record me completing that Dark Beast task, but as you can see it's done there. We got ourselves a Crystal Triskelion Fragment 3 amongst other items, which I will price check now for you, just quickly. And we did also get an Iron Dragon task to start off our next assignment, so that is pretty good. So 810k, that is awesome. Anyway guys, I'll be back when this Iron Drag task is done. There we are then guys, Iron Dragon's done. I did do this task for the Ferocious Rings, but I didn't actually get any. What we got was some Dragon Plate Legs, which, yeah, it's pretty cool. How much are they? 160k, so that's not too bad. Anyway guys, I'll meet you back at Morvan. Here we go then, moment of truth. Let's see what we're going to get. Dagenoths. Ooh, interesting. So I'm actually going to go for dinner, going to have some food, and then I shall think about doing that Dagenoth task pretty soon afterwards. So yeah, in before pet. So there we go then guys, that is the first sort of little trip done. My yak is about to die, so yeah, let me just enter my bank pin real quick. So yeah, just deposited my yak and got rid of it because it was about to die. We got ourselves a hard clue scroll, got ourselves a ring set as well as a hatchet, which is awesome. And they aren't that expensive anymore, but still, an item's an item, I'm not going to complain about it. We got a load of talismans, 205 water talismans, 300 air, 234 earth talismans, 189, or basically 190 Dagenoth Kings killed during that little trip there, so we got 7.6 mil worth of items, which is awesome, and we'll check how many we have left. So 58 left. I should have took a third yak, but yeah, I did sort of forget, because I haven't been to DKs in a while. Anyway guys, we're going to finish off these 58, and I'll be back with the results. There we go guys, that is the task done. Didn't manage to get ourselves a pet, but you know, I probably will in a few tasks to come. We got ourselves, what, 5 items, a ring set, a hatchet, so I'm pretty pleased about that. So just price check this initial last trip of the loot. We got ourselves a D helm. So yeah, that's another one for the collection. So 1.1 mil made from that last trip. Anyway, guys, gonna head back to Morvan now, and we're gonna grab our next task. Here we go then, guys. Let's see what we get. 154 Erets. Yes, mate. I'm dead happy with that. I haven't had Erets in ages. So yeah, let's plow on with Erets. So there we are, guys. That is the clue complete. 53 hard treasure trails complete now. 864k. I think that's due to the 4 puzzle skipping tickets that I got. Yeah, because the other loot is pretty rubbish standard loot. Anyway, guys, off to do this Eret task. There we go, guys. That is Eret's done. Now quickly price check the loot. I'm very happy that I did get this task because I was lacking ferocious rings quite a lot. I only had 2 left, I think. So yeah, I was lacking them quite substantially. Anyway, we're just going to pop all the items in the price checker here, and it comes to 2.2 mil, which is pretty awesome. So guys, I'll be back at Morvan with our next task. Here we go then. Let's see what we're going to get from Morvan. Special assignment. No thank you. So let's try again. 50 TDs, that's alright, but for now, guys, I'm going to head to bed and I shall do this task in the morning. So now we're on 7 pairs of D-claws and yeah, 1 pair of D-limbs, so the ratio is slightly off there, but it's still a drop. Anyway, guys, I'll see you when I either get another drop or when I'm done. So shortly after the D-claws, we got ourselves some D-limbs, which is awesome. Just seeing the beam there on the ground, and I thought, yep, that's definitely a pair of D-limbs because I didn't see the effigy, so that is awesome. Anyway, guys, I'll be back with either another drop or when I'm done. So there we are, guys. That is the Tormented Demon task done. Very successful task, to be honest with you. Let me just teleport back to the max skill really quickly, get out of here. We shall go over the loot. So we got ourselves a pair of D-claws and a pair of limbs, which is good. So we'll add them in to start with. Limbs are around, what, I think 13, 14 mil though G value at the moment, which, yeah, is still good. But just adding in the fennel herbs here. And it comes to 13.4 mil, which is awesome. I backed a load of rune items as well with the spring cleaner. My last Tormented Demon task, the spring cleaner ran out of charges. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll be back at Morvan with our next assignment. So guys, here we go, grabbing our next task from Morvan. Let's see what it's going to be. Greater Demons. So that is going to be a good way to kick off episode 15. But for now, guys, thank you very much for watching the over 1 hour special on episode 14. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll show you my boss log. If we go into my boss kills, we have 8,200 in total. As you can see there, we've got almost 3k krill, but we got the Zami pet ticked off. We got almost 3.5k DKs, which is awesome. So yeah, that's it for the boss kills. And then Slayer creature kills, 44.5k, 18.4k dark beasts, almost 5k Edimmus, just over 1k Tormented Demons now, which is very nice. And you guys, I'm sure, can see the rest of them. So let's see the XP gains. Then we are currently 1.855 total, 1.8 bill in total, and then we've got 172 mil XP in Slayer. It's a huge jump from the end of episode 13. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the progress. 27.7 mil to 200 mil. HP obviously 200 mil. Attack 134 mil. Strength is coming up very nicely at almost 30 mil. Defense 134 mil. Range 161. And then yeah, that is it for the combat stats. Anyway, guys, I do hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, give us a like, and of course subscribe if you like my content. And as always, guys, I shall see you in the next one. Peace.